Grok. The beast before you is unusually large and its eyes especially angry. Its menacing grin might also be taken for a smirk. Greetings, traveler. Before you draw your weapon. Can't do the deep voice today. I wish to say, I see no reason for feuding between us. We might even be of some use to each other. Wait, why is this wolf talking? Is it magical or something? I am no wolf, female. I am warg. Surprising you could live to your age without learning the difference. Well, it's never too late to teach a lesson to an innocent, insolent two-legged morsel. The beast slowly licks its teeth. Who are you calling a morsel, you pelt? Amiri glares at the beast, her hand on her sword. Lawful gut attack. Your words will not save you, monster! You say we could be of use to each other. Bring me someone delicious. 3 or 4 bodies will be enough. And I, as a sign of gratitude, will tell you where an old traveler buried his chest. If you are hungry, then hunt. I see no point in interfering with the natural order of things. An old traveler, you say? Couldn't we just bring him, like, those wolves we just killed? We just killed, like, 4 wolves. Surely he'll eat them. If not, the Thylacines. We've killed, like, 10 Thylacines at least on this map. Not to mention those, oh, those dragon-like things. I can't remember what they're called. Something worms or just... Very old, lean, and flavorless traveler. So he ate them. Well, as you wish, but consider my offer. You may yet think of something. Who are you? You may call me Garok. I've lived here far longer than the rulers of those foolish tribes. I've seen much and eaten many. Okay. Nope, game wants excuses to be evil. Kobolds, yeah, we can feed him the kobolds. Exactly. See, there's thinking, alpaca. Maybe kobolds aren't delicious though.
This should do it.
Apparently it won't. Okay, will he let us go past him at least?
All according to plan.
Or is this a dead end? Or is this the stuff he's going to tell us about? We got ourselves a pocket mirror, artificial flower, an exquisite pearl, and 21 gold. All right. Look at all the wolves. Like, we have so many wolves, we should be able to feed them.
In due time.
Think he'd be dumb enough to attack the that super elk we saw? All right. We are not.
That is not far.
Okay, have we filled that map in? Yep. Okay. Lore check.
Done.
The dead man's face is set in a mask of terror. The body is covered with burns.
As it should be.
Anything else?
They clearly don't need the supplies. Alright, that was... Oh, dueling sword, right. I did not take dueling swords. I went with long sword. It's just too bad. Alright. I'm wearing the scale mail right now. $19 armor versus 18, was it? Needs 20 either way. Okay. It's just barely under the weight for my capacity. However, we are overloaded. Okay, surely there's like something we could find here to sell stuff.
In due time.
We just need a merchant to sell some of our crap. All right. How far from our level are we? 1,151 XP. Thylacines.
All according to plan.
Like, see, yeah, don't these count as food? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's the other 3. Good to know.
Serves you right.
Nice hit. We got this. Come on, Valerie.
Let us strike as one. Tear them apart.
1 down. 6 to go. Ow. 5 damage. All right.
Repent.
That one. Oh, that one. Okay.
A calculated risk.
Did I just miss my other attack? No? They're both equipped. Why did I only make 1 attack? I don't know why, but it didn't make the offhand attack. That's a lot of them. All right. Lindsay, you want to come this way for a second?
You deserved it.
She missed by 3. Ooh, good hit.
Won't kill me. Do not falter.
There's 1 down.
Onwards.
Thing is, she's clearly going to be charging in all the time. She needs these more than most. Turn-based mode is so broken. What do you think that?
They go down!
Like, this is how the game's normally played.
Your life ebbs low.
I can't believe we can fit that many people in that tight of space.
This will hurt.
Huh. I used both my attacks that time.
Any last wishes?
Before it could act again.
Stay behind me!
There we go. I never have these weird issues like elk attacking. I don't know why those elk attacked. It was kind of weird. Ooh. Okay. How much do the rations weigh? Maybe eating, like setting up camp and using some rations. They're 10 pounds each. Okay. They'll free up some weight. There's enemies nearby.
Follow my lead. Interesting.
Ooh, wand of ear-piercing scream and 4 alchemical fires. Here's the heaviest stuff. I might drop a lot of these because that's only 28 gold coin and that's 70 pounds. That's an insane amount. They're not worth it.
To victory!
Ooh. Is that... What are these? Mites? Oh my god, there's a giant centipede. Look out! They're poisonous! There's another one?
Let us strike as one!
This is where I step in.
Ooh, critical hit for 2 damage.
Let's try this way.
And just explode it with the sword. Okay. Was that one just dying on the ground? Is that green their health bar? Okay. Interesting. Where are they coming from?
What a waste.
Nice. Now that's how you deal with the centipede. 2 more.
Bring it!
1 more. It'd be nice if I knew where these are coming from so I could say ready my attack. But I don't see an option. Is there a way to say ready, like to hold your attack?
Tear them apart!
Become as dust.
Wasn't made for turn-based mode, but they put a turn-based mode in there, so they should have the freaking rules accounted for if they're doing a Pathfinder game.
Do not falter!
At least there is a turn-based mode.
Serves you right.
This should do it.
All right, hey, we actually got it.
Repent.
Except for dexterity's damage is permanent. What? She has a permanent loss of dex? Lesser restoration. Character whose ability to score goes to 0 dies. Wow, that's a mean poison. Cure wounds. I don't think we have lesser restoration. We have a scroll of it? Action from chaos, enfeeblement, reduce person, remove paralysis, shields of faith, summon a monster, raise the dead. Restore life to a deceased party member. A raised creature has a number of hit points equal to its current hit dice. Raised dead also removes the death door condition. Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The subject of the spell gains 2 permanent negative levels when it is raised, just as if it had been hit by an energy draining creature. The game has... Oh my god, there's going to be energy, like level draining stuff we have to deal with later on too? Okay, coming back. Okay, 2 permanent negative levels when it is raised, just as if it had been hit by an energy draining creature. Though it cannot gain a number of negative levels equal to or greater than its total hit dice this way. A creature whose permanent negative levels already equals to hit dice cannot be brought back through raised dead. Does restoration restore them at least? So you can get them back? At least she wasn't super dexterous or anything.
In due time.
How about that? And then...
Applause, please.
That is not far.
Oh, you didn't blow us up. So, I guess that's something.
My search was not in vain. Oh, I don't like surprises.
As it should be.
I don't remember if less restoration remove negative
Applause,
levels.
please.
I don't know if we even have it.
Anything else?
So you're saying it wasn't designed for turn-based mode. Are you trying to say that we should be playing this in
All
the
according to
real-time combat? It seems like we wouldn't be doing as good as we are if we do that. Though I would not be against it if that's the case.
Applause, please.
Yeah, we got the... I know we got the setting on. Another token of the dry... Oh, nope. Do not try to take that mobility.
In due time.
DC 21 is a hard check. Do not try for it. All right. It's not complete level drain. For every negative level, you get -1 to all skills, saving throws, and attack rolls.
Follow my lead.
The interrun roots of the huge tree cover what might be an entrance to the dungeon. Then how do we get in?
That is not far.
Pretty iffy on Pathfinder rules. Pathfinder's modified 3.5e. That's all I really know. Set up camp. In D&D, negative levels take a fortitude save to remove after 24 hours. It's true, it could be a thing they changed, but no reason to assume. Resting will get rid of it with the way the game is set up right now. Alright, this will use up 5 of our food. We don't have enough to do the seasoned. She's got +8 to her cooking. We need DC 20, so on a 12 plus. That's what, 40% chance? We have a 40% chance of getting the hearty meal bonus. +1 on all saving throws for a day. Oh, we can use rations. Okay, so if we use rations, do we not hunt then? So she's going to hunt for 0 to 5 rations. Depending on how long it takes her to get that, it's going to change how long we rest. Is that how this is work? You're going to look it up in the handbook? Thank you, Nadir. I could load up the PDF, but I'd rather just keep playing. 5 hours. Only took her 5 hours to get it. Failed to camouflage, failed to cook. We're attacked by Hyacines. Okay. Hand up.
Your life ebbs low.
It does look like it, every time we're getting up now, we're getting attacked.
What a waste. Become as dust.
A calculated risk.
Where's my other attack?
You deserved it.
They go down! Hey! Bring it!
Oh, forgot to turn off defensive fighting. Critical hit for 7 damage.
Repent.
This will hurt.
Both my attacks that time.
Onwards! Stay behind me! Let us strike as one!
Any last wishes?
For you to hit.
Tear them apart!
There we go. God, the Hyacines, they're not worth skinning. You need a regular restoration to remove them, and after a full rest, you can make a saving throw to remove a negative level. Okay. Magic amulet, a citrine necklace, two decorated scabbards, and 4 exquisite pearls. That was a good find. Can't believe I missed that on the way up.
In due time.
How come we can't go? It mentions a dungeon. Is there a reason it won't let us go in a dungeon it mentions? Needs a quest? Well, in that case, we'll be on our way. Getting away from this land of monster elk. No, that's fine. They're not worth much. Two each is not worth the wait. Your sword's ridiculous. I kind of love it though. An Isle of Pine Forest in the grassy sea of the Shrike Hills. One can assume that in the past, the northern border of the Gnarl Marshes laid further east, and this grove is the last witness of those days. We need to go. How long would it take us to get there? 20 hours? We need to go sell stuff and hand in the quest. And then we'll go back down. All your characters are fatigued. You like to begin resting? No. We're almost there. Just get home. We'll rest when we're here. I know we're tired, but let's just get there with the 900 pounds of loot we're dragging behind us. Listen, well, since you dispatched the bandits with such skill, maybe you can help us with another problem. There's a feral swine living here in the woods, not a normal wild pig. We're talking about a vicious boar, as big as a bear and wicked as a devil. The locals call him Tusk Gutter. Many hunters have lost life and limb to him. Vekel Benzin found his lair and went to kill the beast, but came back with one leg. He put a bounty on the boar's head, but it looks like there aren't any heroes around here bold enough to claim it. Maybe he'll rid us of the monster. Amiri listens up. Hey, we're better than local wussies, right? Want to bet I can chop off this Tusk Gutter's snout with a single swing? Come on, let's find out, please. Don't you think we have enough to do without bothering? Okay. All right, let's go kill this Tusk Gutter. Amiri gives you a wide grin and slaps you on the shoulder. Right! That's the way I like it. Let's do it. All right. Both those tasks are yours. Yes. Here's the radishes. That's 200 coins and 150 XP. And here's the berries. That's for me, but his face fall. Oh, right. Those were, darn it. I forgot those go bad fast, don't they? These are the right berries, but they've soured. Would you be so kind as to gather some more? Alright. Let's talk about... Okay. Yeah. Alright, we need acid flasks and alchemical fires. Okay, this pops up way too fast. I gotta change that time. That's 4, 5, 6. There we go. Double click. This is what, 6? So that'd be 12. Got what, 5 of us? We go 15, that'll be 3 each. And $400 for all that. Does it matter where you sell the stuff, or do you always get the same money when you sell it? Because some games do it where if you sell it to the wrong person, they're like, I don't value this, so that you get less money. These are just normal paddeds, right? Yeah. Hide. Scale mail and studded. Universal merchants, okay. Keep the thing saying a collector's looking for them. They'll be worth more later on. Good to know. Thank you. A heavy pick. We had 5 light crossbows. Damn. Is it all just normal? Do we sell her tower shield on her because of that -10 armor check penalty? And -2 additional attack bonus? Not really worth much anyway. Alright, so merchant would pay you well for it. All this and we've not even covered the cost? You haven't even hit $400 yet? Alright, we're finally getting positive. Okay, these are collector. Okay. Those are the things you're talking about there. Such features that reduce penalties or add special abilities. Street corner poet. You want to keep that tower shield. A lot of Val's special bonuses come from having it equipped. Fair enough. We're not using it right now because she doesn't have a lot of skills for it, and it's just making her miss. But that could change. Rare roots. Wait, are these like an ingredient or something? Because a merchant would pay you well for it. It pays us 1 gold. I guess 1 gold for a root's not bad. A gleaming gem, a merchant would pay well. 1 gold each for pearl. That's undervalued. Free hematites. Incense and jade. Or when defending against long-distance volleys, I guess, but that probably falls under a dedicated tank, and as far as I know, never happens in Kingmaker. Green quartz. Clear quartz. 4 of these scabbards. These are worth decent money. Okay. Antique collector might pay handsomely for it. We're keeping that. Agate earring can go. The agate can go. Crumpled letter's not worth anything. Collector, 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 and collector. All right. Guess there's no reason to really worry about short sword and the armors. All right, what potions do we have? We have 5 alchemist fire, 7 cure lights, 5 mage armors, a reduced person, 3 restoration. Oh, we do have lesser restorations. Okay. 3 shields of faith and a vanish. You said vanish was really good though. So that might be worth looking at. And that's the camp supplies. We got chocolate? Where did we find chocolate? Of transmutations. You acquire this item while exploring Oleg's trading post. Wand of Snowball. Got some mushrooms. Scrolls of Blast. Okay. We have what? 5 vials of... And, oh, they're 20 a piece though. That's a lot. We almost have enough for a bag of holding. From the chocolate tree, of course. Show me your wares, my friend. He's got new stuff here. Elven Curve Blade +1. The D10 +1 damage. Crits on an 18? Damn. It's also a finessable. Flaming Light Crossbow. A D8 plus D6 +1. Critting on a 19. Wow. 8,300. I wish we could have something like that. That'd be nice for Lindsay. She'll have to deal with her masterwork for now. Two-bladed bucklers. A +1 heavy shield. Ooh. Breastplate +1. 7 armor class with only a 3 armor check penalty. And I can afford it? That's tempted. I know. I know, Lauren. You roll a 20, then you have to roll again to see if it actually hits. 20 is just a guaranteed to hit. But like that thing that had that, what was it, 32 armor class? I'd never actually critical hit it. I just only ever, I need a crit just to hit. I need a nat 20 just to hit it. Ring of Protection. We could get a Ring of Protection. Ooh. This belt grants the wearer +2 enhanced strength. Odd that it's a giant strength +2 and not it's a giant strength puts you to this giant strength. He's got a lot more magical stuff all of a sudden. I know how it works exactly, Lauren. We literally actually just had a, ironically, during the, not the last Solasta stream, last weekend during Solasta, I was complaining about them not doing crits right because the damage didn't seem to be it. Because in 5e the crits are completely different than 3.5. In 5e, it does, your strength bonus doesn't get multiplied. Only the dice get multiplied. In 3.5e, your strength, your modifiers get multiplied too. But I looked it up in the book. It's like, I've been doing crits wrong. I've been doing, you roll the 20, you crit. But no, it's you roll the 20, roll it again. Did it hit again? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, now you crit. I've been doing it wrong. It shocked me. I can't believe we had been doing it. I don't remember ever rolling like a natural 20 again to see if it crit. We always just treated a natural 20 as a crit. Ooh, Mighty Constitutions. Lesser Reach Meta Magic Rod? Household rule that a Vorpal rule where if you confirm it is also not 20 and then it... Yeah, I'm sorry. No, that's bullshit. Just because you got 2 20s in a row, I'd just be like, okay, that's max damage. You just literally maxed damage. Because 2 nat 20s, you need a Vorpal blade to be able to just swing and take someone's head off, right? Like, that was the whole point of a Vorpal. See, the way I do crits, though, I do crits where you only roll damage like normal, but whatever your like, say your attack was a d6. So instead of doing 2d6, you'd roll a d6 and add 6 to it. Because it's basically like, assume you did max damage and then you hit again normally. Effectively. Because that way it's always guaranteed to be more damage than a normal hit. It might only be 1 more than a normal hit, but it's more than your max hit could do. Like, it's more than a normal hit can do. It's a critical hit. I hate crits that do 1 damage, or like, oh, I did 2 damage and I'm lucky. I crit you so hard. It's like, no. Maxes out the normal dice and then you roll the crit dice. Exactly. It's a max normal roll and then crit. Exactly. That's how I do it. That way your crits feel powerful. What's the point of having a crit if it's like less than the damage you just, like, I just hit you for like 16 damage. I crit. I hit you for 8 damage. How's that make sense, right? Yeah. All right. Where is it? Oh, it's 2,500. I thought it was 2,400. It only adds an extra 100 pounds? Okay. Not as good as I thought. It's got nice. He has rice and nuts and milk and flour and egg, but I don't think we have any recipes that can actually use that. We need to find more fowl. Or find more recipes. All right. I'm really tempted to buy that armor. Breastplate +1. I'm wearing, what, a chainmail right now? That's a -5. So that I'd increase my armor class and it'd take 2 off my armor check penalty and up my max dex by 1. What's his dex? Right now, due to exhaustion, it's only 14. So my armor class would go up by 2. Whoops, I did not mean... I keep forgetting it's not escape for that. I keep forgetting, like, I have to click down here to come back. Okay. Where was that? +1. 2,000 for a ring of protection. Or... was it right? Breastplate +1. 1,350. I don't know. We might be fairly likely to find... I wonder if that might be a good offhand weapon for Clutch. Oh, it takes us out coming into the inventory. Oh, I can't use it at all. Alright, I'm going to sell the dueling sword. $600 right there. Like, sure, it would have cost us like 2,000 or something to get it, but that gets us 600 credit coin right there. And then I'll get the breastplate +1 for myself. Almost no armor. Change shirt +1 would be... that. Taking off that armor check penalty is kind of nice. Alright. I think I'll leave it at the breastplate +1 for now. Although, honestly, we need to get better armor for Amiri. She's the one with the worst armor class right now. From a 19 to a 20. Look at my beautiful new armor. Oh, oh, oh. And this is just regular. Did we have it? I thought we had someone. Yeah, change shirt +1 we already have. Okay, so we didn't need that. Unless we wanted to give it to, like, Amiri. Banded mail. Okay. Sorry to keep doing this. Don't need my old armor. 37 gold. Why, thank you, my friend. Magic wand of magic missile. Ear piercing scream. What does ear piercing scream do? Unleash a powerful scream, inaudible to all but the single target. The target is dazed for 1 round, takes d6 sonic damage per 2 caster levels to a max of 5d6. A successful save negates the daze effect, halving the damage. Okay, that's not that bad. Lindsay's got that. I'll throw that on Lindsay so we can use it without using up her heal spells. And that's just Wand of the Magic Missile. Do we have anybody that can actually use the Wand of Magic Missile? Or can anybody use any wand? Have a fixed caster level. Figured as much. Scrolls are usually that way too. We could put it on her. You know what? I want to put it on her anyways. But I wanted Alchemist Fire. I thought I bought... We got the acid at least. We're going to have to go back to where those freaking swarms are. He's got a belt lantern? Oh. That would save us having to put the torch on. Staves are the exception. They use the user stats. Good to know. I appreciate the knowledge, guys. Alright. Aaron pulls his beard, muttering something that could be either prayer or curses. Upon noticing you, he whistles.
What? It's you, Clutch.
Did I startle you? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that doesn't matter. I was just contemplating the futility of existence and the worthlessness of the universe. The ways of Grotus are great. My humble mortal mind cannot fully grasp them, but I do what I can.
Tell me about your past.
My life is divided into two parts. The first was before, the second is after. No, alright. The first was filled with blind wandering, doubts and attempts to serve Torag.
Torag, of course, being the father of creation, a stoic and serious dwarven god of the forge, protector and strategy, who values honor, planning, and well-made steel. He is often distant deity, lending magical power to his clerics, while leaving his followers to make their own way through the life, knowing that this will make them strong and determined.
The second part began when I accepted Grotus.
Grotus is the god of the end of times. For those, it's the god of chronic depression.
Before I accepted Grotus into my soul and received a clear vision of the world. What exactly would you like to know?
You tried to serve Torag?
Not just tried. It was a burning passion. I craved it by day and dreamt of it at night.
Shakes his head as if amazed by his own stupidity.
You see, Clutch, from my first days I felt the presence of the god at my back. I heard his whispers and felt his power. Through the nature of the power was unclear to me. I thought Torag himself was trying to speak to me, and I did all I could to understand his word. Oh, what a naive fool I was. I had no idea that Torag, that uncompromising, conceited bastard of a god, glamorized by all dwarves, was capable of betrayal. He turned away from me, Clutch. He left me in the hour of need when I put all my hopes in him and desperately needed his support. Torag is a god of craftsmanship, so every follower, especially the clerics, must smith their own suit of armor. The day when the work is finished is like the second birthday for a dwarf. He's newly born in the eyes of Torag.
Aram sighs heavily and falls silent for a time.
My second birthday never came. I couldn't make armor. Not even a sword. Not even a simple nail. My hammer smashed my fingers and fell on my feet. Molten iron burned my hands. The clerics laughed as they healed me. They used to say I was cursed by Torag, so finally I gave up any attempt to please the betrayer god.
That's more like you just were trying to do something that you're not skilled at. Even if Torag really has rejected you, is that enough reason to leave your homeland?
You don't know much about dwarves.
Lets out a sad sigh.
How can a dwarf cursed by Torag go on living in a city where every single soul bows to Torag? I was alone, disgraced, humiliated, insulted.
A lone tear glints in the light before sliding down his cheek and hiding in his beard. I'm a loser. My god betrayed me. My mommy doesn't like me anymore. I couldn't build the nail, so I left, okay? It's like, how long did you try? Only that once, but it was enough to know that I couldn't forge a sword. It sounds like he put more than just one attempt into it. He probably tried once on each item he listed.
I was trying to drown my sorrow in drink, but even the owner of the cheapest pub on the road would laugh at me while he put those mugs in front of me. Couldn't take it any longer. I wanted everything to end. But there was one thing that kept me going and prevented me from ending my life. I could still hear the divine whisper behind my back. It was yet faint. It took a long time before I could hear it clearly. Having heard it once, I could never forget it. It was clear that none of the Larod's deities favored me. I left the 5 King Mountains and went out searching.
I didn't think dwarves ever worshipped Grotus. How did you learn about him?
Oh, but that blessed day became the beginning of a new life. Alone and abandoned by all, I spent many dull hours in a filthy tavern by the roadside. I don't recall the town, nor even the country. I had no money. In fact, all I had was a hunk of stale bread. I was weary and almost fainting from hunger. And that was when the whisper from my God became more clear. It was like he was calling me. At last, my suffering had come to an end. It was a miracle, clutch, and I had paid full price for it with my torments. I couldn't control myself. I walked out of that tavern and straight into the nearest forest, and there I found the ruined temple of Arodin, the last god. Several figures clad in robes were holding a silent service there, a service to a god I knew nothing of. None minded when I stood beside them. For the first time in my life, I felt myself alone, at home.
Arodin? Arodin was the immortal Aslanti who raised the star stones from the bottom of the inner sea in 1 AR, and in so doing founded the city of Absalon and ascended to godhood. Prophecy told of his return to glory and in the beginning of a new age of glory. On the eve of his return, however, his clerics were cut off from his power, and a terrible storms wrecked the world. Now presumed dead, Arodin's demise ushered in the current age of lost omens. Or, and I'm just throwing this out there, spitballing it, perhaps when a god leaves the godly heavens and comes back to the world, he stops being a god. He should have just sent an avatar. Harem is definitely one of the worst. He sounds like a bit of a mope.
My new brothers told me that they were clerics of Grotus, the god of end times. They were traveling around Baldur, spreading the teachings of Grotus, despite all the precautions, contempt, and misjudgment they received from others. I gladly shared this burden with them, for now I knew whose voice had whispered to me all through those years.
You just have clinical depression, okay? You just need a really good therapist, not a god that's like, stay depressed forever. Story began in Larard to save dwarven clerics and acolytes.
They served Toreg and other dwarf gods, Toreg's brother Angrad and Magrim, Toreg's wife Fulgrit, his daughter Bolka, his sons Grundinar, Kols, and Trud, and all Toreg's sisters. Also Toreg's sister, Drongvit.
Harem curves his lips in contempt.
I wouldn't be surprised if they built a temple to Toreg's pet dog.
Is his name Dog? Because if his name's Dog, then it's probably worth it. Lindsay's so annoying. I just want her to shut up. I don't get that feeling from any of the other characters that I've seen. I like Lindsay so far. She's a little too bubbly at times, but I like her. I like the design of Barbarian chick. Her name just totally left my mind. And the tiefling that didn't join us yet, she hadn't decided which side she wanted to be on. Keisti? I liked her so far. Mind you, I haven't heard much from her.
Sorry, I let myself get carried away.
Sighs and pulls his beard several times.
Larad is the second largest dwarven city in the Five Kings Mountain. It's built up around numerous temple caverns, which serve as places of worship for all the dwarven gods. Many pilgrims from every corner of Golarion come to Larad to pray to the gods. Some remain to live there. The city is simply imbued with faith. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a cleric. It's no surprise, inspired by the aura of this city, that I decided as a young boy to dedicate all my life to becoming a cleric of Torag.
Yeah, we know how that turned out, though. You couldn't even make a nail, and you blamed Torag?
Are you suggesting that my problem was not a curse, just my own inability to work with metal? Or maybe you're saying that I was just too lazy?
He looks into your eyes defiantly, his hands trembling with suppressed rage as he runs his fingers over his beard.
You're a fool if you think so. An ignorant fool. Have you ever met a dwarf who can't handle a smith's hammer?
Yeah, I'm talking to one right now.
Even our children craft knives. No. Torag is the cause of my suffering. The betrayer god deliberately cursed me, just to make a livestock of me.
Aaron raises his hand and shakes his fist at someone above him.
Torag!
I doubt Torag would even bother. I wouldn't be surprised if he is cursed, but wasn't cursed by Torag, but by Grotus, to make sure that he would never follow Torag and he would gain a dwarf. You're supposed to sympathize with Lindsay? You heard the Tiefling is expansion only? Well, I hope not. She was one of my favorite characters in the opening sequence. Old man yelling at clouds.
Damn clouds, get off my hillside! Torag probably sent him to darken my pastures.
My life isn't the way I expected. God/someone is to blame. Exactly.
But I won't let myself get angry at you, Clutch. You're an ignorant and blind soul, and my aim is to guide you through this dying world that marches towards its end. I'll open your eyes or die trying. Grotus will be pleased by either outcome.
Here's an idea. Don't call me ignorant. You might have a better chance at actually having me listen to you and not smack you upside the head. Let's talk about something else, though. I don't want to have to punch you in the face. What else would you like to tell me about, Clutch? I'd like to learn more about dwarves. Except for if I keep doing this voice, I probably won't be able to speak for another... we still got like 4 more hours on this stream. Okay, let's see. I want nothing to do with you. Leave. No, thanks for the conversation. We'll talk later. He nods with dignity.
I'll be happy to continue our conversation later.
All right. There she is. No, we can't talk to her, apparently. Amiri, that was the name I was trying to remember. Oh, we can talk to her.
We're going to talk?
We're going to talk. Amiri utters a weary sigh. All right, spill it. I'm listening. I'm not going to try to do a voice for Amiri. Doing like a female voice that's also kind of gruff for, like a gruff female voice, it's beyond me. There are some, specifically Mouse, who would argue that I can't really do a female voice. Mind you, there's others who say my voice is pretty feminine to begin with. That'd probably be my best friend, though. Weeksy's a bit of a shit. Anyways, why do you want to kill this tusk gutter so much? He's a monster. We kill monsters. What's here so difficult to understand? I don't know why I just gave her a bit of an accent. All right. Nothing new to talk to her unless we want to learn more about her tribe. All right. Where's Valerie? I didn't see her inside, and she's not outside. I need a new desktop. I haven't shopped for or built a computer off the shelf at Best Buy. Doesn't count. In literally over a decade. Any advice on where to start? Online? You'll find your best deals online? Oh, that's the Garrus guy. Lindsay. What kind of things do you want the computer to do? You have to have the Wildcards DLC for the Tiefling. It's up on one of the upper platforms outside by Amiri. Really? I could have swore I went there and looked and she wasn't there. Maybe I didn't get close enough to actually see. Just a moment. I just got something. Scribbles something in her notebook, then raises her eyes and smiles at you. Hi. Tell me about the friendship with Tessie the Quill. What's there to say? The books woke my urge to travel, but it was only thanks to Tessie that I managed to really get out of my village. At first, Tessie tried in vain to get rid of me, but later, when I told her I was staying in Pitax, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. Isn't Pitax where the other guy comes from? All right, nothing new to talk to her about. You said Val was outside. Because I didn't get to talk to Val at all last time. I didn't spot her. But maybe I just didn't go far enough. Not there. Oh, she says she's down here. Hey, Val. Greetings. Valerie sighs. Everything is well, I hope. I'm ready for new orders. Tell me about yourself. What exactly would you like to know? I was born to a noble family, though I didn't remain long on the family estate. My father sent me to the Order of the Eternal Rose, but I left once I realized that it didn't match my principles. Why were you sent to the Paladin of the Eternal Rose? As you can imagine, from my first days I was surrounded by crowds of servants and nannies who never stopped praising my heavenly beauty. The Paladins of Shellen, who used to visit our house, echoed these praises. Shellen, the Eternal Rose. Oh, that's the maiden. Okay. In the end, general consensus overwhelmed my father's better judgment. When I turned 6, I was brought to the Church of Shellen and told that this would be my new home. Don't pity me, though, I beg of you. Many who hear this story immediately assume that my parents were cruel and had no love for the child. Her eyes become stern. My parents had respect for me. They taught me something that has supported me all of my life, a sense of self-esteem. Besides, they didn't abandon me. Once every 6 months, they would come and visit me at the order. We had some tea and then had an hour to walk around the garden. Then they would take their leave, as etiquette demanded. Why did you leave the order? Because of my heavenly beauty. Once is an attempt. According to Shellen's laws, all art is sacred, whatever form it takes. Severe punishment awaits those who dare harm a painting, sculpture, or poem, no matter how worthless the drivel might be. My looks always attracted unwanted attention from the pilgrims and acolytes at the temple. I received my first poem, dedicated to me, when I was 9. The author was some Weasley geezer. Valerie's lips thin in contempt, and that was only the beginning. Sculptures, pictures, poems, I was drowning in them. My admirers mobbed me, and I had to respectfully accept all their garbage. The clerics at the temple were magnanimous, for my suitors made generous offerings to the church, but one time I just snapped. Barely suppressed anger glitters across Valerie's eyes. Some wealthy idiot has just dedicated an extremely untalented poem to me, and he had the nerve to read it right to my face, holding my sleeve. The hour was late, and I was on my way to get some rest after a boring lesson on rhymes. I lost control and tore the poem apart, right in front of him. Valerie raises her hand proudly. The paladins want to impose some punishment upon me. I don't remember which one exactly. They wanted me to repent. Instead, I just gathered my things and left. She doesn't look like she's that much of a beauty. But maybe it's because the whole armor and the chopped hair. I bet your beauty inspired many people in the order. What did you do after you left? Let's change the subject. You know, you don't have to follow etiquette and maintain good manners while speaking with me if you don't want to. So you're an atheist? You don't worship any deity? Right. I need no guidance from above. I have my own good conscience and my orders to live by. Alright, you know you don't have to follow etiquette with me. I'm aware of that. But I'm sure you understand that I am what I am. That's how I was brought up. First by my parents and then by my mentors in the order. Besides, I was born to be a noble family. So I'd rather enjoy the idea that my manner of speech differs a bit from the common language of the peasantry. You just can't imagine how many social climbers have bowed politely the moment I opened my mouth. Alright. Thank you for the conversation. The way she says that almost it made it sound at first like she doesn't think very highly of peasants. Alright. Lots of conversation I missed while reading all that. Need new desktop. Okay. I don't need a tuple line or anything. Stay a while and listen. I'd rather keep it low if I can, obviously. Or if it's off the shelf viable these days. You can actually get some pretty decent computers depending on what, like, for not that expensive, depending on what you want to do. Points are still a bit hard to come by. Graphics cards, but they're doing. Graphics cards are starting to become easier to find, so there is that. There was a new card recently that I think, what was it? I think it was an AMD card. It's about the equivalent of a 3060, and it wasn't that expensive. I think it was only like $360 to $400, which is pretty good for a 3060 level card. But it really depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to, like, if you want a gaming rig, or if you want like a rig that's better for doing work. Before you stands a heavyset man with grim, determined features. His weathered face is crossed by several scars, and yet do little to mar his appearance. His gaze is heavy, but he avoids eye contact, as if afraid of unwittingly sharing whatever burden weighs so heavily upon him. We can't have him join us? We've already talked to him, everything he will have us do. I was hoping he'd join us at some point. Yeah. Go. I don't know if I want to spend $2,000 to get some. Okay. No. Do we have anything we want to store? Amulet of Natural Armor +1. There we go. We got our armor class up. Nice. I'm gonna store the faux shard. Might end up just selling it though. It's gonna be a while before we can probably have anybody that can use it. That might be it. That sounds about right. Overloaded? Nah, we're good. Alright, we need to find someone who can sell the coins too. Alright, let's get some sleep. Before we go. Yeah, there's no that's a good point. Like, not following a god, fine, but not believing in them, that's a whole other matter. Gods literally walk this world. People do magic from gods. How can you deny their existence? You could just be like, I don't believe in any of the messages of any of these gods. That I could get behind. But atheism in this world where, like, gods don't exist. They're just magically powerful beings that happen to bestow blessings and do crazy things like bring people back from the dead. like that's not unusual. Sure, some of them create an entire species. That doesn't mean anything. The D&D version of Arcanum. All right.
All according to plan.
I forgot that those he mentioned those berries would die pretty quick. Totally forgot. All right, we got everybody. I'm not looking forward to going back to the... Maybe we should leave the spider cave the next time we come back to the inn.